sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Mahag Saar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
Hi, Hootle!
Swallow Blade!
You got it! Thunderfield!
You're mine!
Searing
Double
Storm!
Demon
If
Blade!
they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Slash! Swallow Blade!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Take this!
Break you,
Swallow
Julia!
Blade! Double Demon Fang!
Sleep now.
You're finished!
I'm practically unstoppable.
What's this thing?
Hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo! Maybe something's going on in the forest. Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
That was quite the little adventure we went on. Is that the Zoogle we were told to dispatch?
I won't forgive you!
Double Demon Fang! You're mine! Slash! Swallow Blade! It's over! Double Demon Fang! Strike! Take this! Slash! Double Demon Fang!
Doomed!
Pull it together, Law.
Sorry, right. I'm calm. Good. It's time.
You know, watching you really makes me realize
Makes you realize what?
maybe thinking too much gets in the way sometimes.
What my shield's
Exactly.
Get behind me!
Just keep
Leave
sleeping.
it to
Well,
you!
someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that.
And still as humble as ever.
Not today!
This will come in handy.
Here I come! No escape!
Here I go.
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Supernova!
Here I come!
Let's go!
Now!
Raging cascade!
Take this!
Right
Double
here!
Demon Fang! Watch this!
Get on
The enemy
there,
wields
Radiant.
arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Has to be sealed!
Back into the fray! Supernova!
Double Demon Fang! It's over!
It's showtime! There you go!
Take
Don't
this.
let up!
Eat this! Burn!
Here's a healing! Let's do it!
You aren't you human?
To stop you dying?
Let's give it a whirl! Air thrust! Ready to go! Thunderblade! Far enough! By the power of water!
First strike! You're mine!
Dragon shot!
Swallow
Ready
blade!
and raring!
Now you see what I can do!
Thunder field! Annihilation!
Double Demon
Mega
Fang!
ray! Air thrust! Gemini Ultra! Raging Megahead!
Here I come! Swallow blade! You're finished! Rising Wyvern!
Air! Not on my watch! Radiant here! I'm ready!
Double Demon
You are
Fang!
gonna pay for that!
You're mine! Not today!
I'll bring you back from death to
Take
bed!
this! Swallow!
You require a hand.
Taken!
Double Demon Fang!
Mega ray! Still got some
In a
fight
bind?
left.
Swallow dance!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
There you are!
Lightning condensed!
Double Demon Fang!
I'm ready! Swallow dance!
Hey, that...
Double Demon Fang!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I'm on!
Double Demon Fang!
Now
You're mine!
sleep now! More
Slide!
projectile! And again!
Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc!
Shattering
I owe you one.
Alright! It's showtime!
Double Fist!
Now you see what I can do!
Air lesson!
First strike!
I'm out of air!
You picked the wrong fight!
First air!
Okay, here I go.
Amazing.
Thunderblade!
Double Fist!
You require a hand.
In a bind?
Mega ray! By the power this one's mine! Quiver thrust!
Double Demon Fang!
Chromatop field!
Double Demon Fang!
Mega ray! It's weakened!
This ends now!
I'm on! Lightning condensed!
Double Demon Fang!
Thunderblade! Annihilation!
I'll run you through! You're finished!
Lightning condensed! Confiscated!
Far enough!
Here's a healing arc!
Take it!
First aid!
Eagle Fly!
Tempest swirl!
Double Piston!
Close blood! Glacial spear!
Hurricane!
Quiver dragon!
Ignite!
One is almost in the bag.
Not done yet. Just falling back.
Then it's time for you to do what you do best.
Smash you!
Whoa, I'm impressed. I'm
You require a hand.
Air thrust!
No further!
Light attack to the fray!
Double Demon!
Swallow Air thrust! Let the marksman handle this.
Shout!
Got it! Now the chance!
Swallow Blade!
Slash!
Here! Try harder! Double Demon!
Ready to go! Alright!
I'm not done! Not today!
Do it! Looks like you got this one covered!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
There's always room for improvement.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
How's this?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey!
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Right.
Excuse me! Well... Really?
Good.
What the... Seriously?
All right.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I can't eat anymore.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives. So it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol. The one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
See you tomorrow. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
That's a big Zoogle. I have a bad feeling about
Double
this.
Demon Fang! Stay away from my friends!
Not on my watch!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Aim for the weak spot!
Too much to handle? Here's a healing arm!
Not done yet!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
You require
Amazing.
In a bind?
Sleep now! Get on in there with the others!
Here, let me help.
What's this?
Whoa! Hey! What is it happening? Flame
It's
under!
on! You'll pay for that!
Ready to go!
Not today!
Anything in armor is all weapon!
Here's a healing arm! Fight left in me! First aid! Whirlwind in here! Mega Ray! I'll be annihilation!
You're mine!
Reload! Too much
Double Demon Fang! You're mine! I'm not done! Double Demon!
Thunderbolt!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
I never miss! Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
Double Demon
Let me
Fang!
help.
Do you require a hand?
Hear me!
Can't get out of this!
Let's go! Chinese Supernova!
Not today!
Raging Cascade!
You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Slash!
Raging Cascade! Burning Strike!
Double Demon Fang!
Here's evil! Ready to go! Flame Lancer!
Far enough!
All right, it's down.
First strike!
Here's a healing arm!
You're mine! Swallow Blade!
You like
Double
me
Demon
again.
Fang!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Mirage!
Here, let me help.
Ready and
First
ready!
Double
aid!
Demon Fang!
Armor won't save you!
Go get him!
This one's all mine!
Mega Ray! I'll be safe this way! Mega Ray!
Take this!
Burn!
Chinese Supernova!
I'm not done!
In a bind?
You're finished!
Tectonic punch!
Double Demon Fang!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Dance in the wind!
Double Demon Fang!
Mega Ray!
Hold nothing back! Slash!
Here's a healing arm!
Double Demon yourself finished! Take this!
Dragon Shell!
Slice!
Radiant
It's
Fire!
time! Swallow blade! Burn!
Lightning condemned!
Take this!
Cascade! Thunder
You're
Blade!
finished!
Let's tear him up!
Double demon fang!
Annihilation!
Swallow blade!
Anything in order is all mine!
Burning Strike! The enemy is going all out!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Freeze Laser!
You require
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Here comes something big!
Try to dodge!
I'll
Try
bring you back
harder.
from Death's Abyss!
Resuscitation!
Double demon fang!
Here, let me help!
Felt fine not too long
Here I
ago.
go!
Ready to go!
Swallow dance!
Hard up!
Glimmer
One
Dragon!
more.
Take this!
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Hear me!
This one's
Flame
all
of
mine!
Fury!
Is this it? This should do it!
This one's mine!
Talon
Hurricane!
Glimmer Dragon!
It's over!
Death
Radiant
Blossom.
Pierce! I'm out! Lost and weak!
Double demon fang! I'm on it! Double demon fang!
Annihilation! Mega
I'll
Ray!
tear you apart! It's done! Watch it! Ignite!
Water!
Smash you!
Gemini
Negative
Alpha!
days! Resonate with the earth!
Is this it?
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Leave the charges to me!
I owe you one.
Radiant Pierce!
Double demon fang!
You require a hand.
By the
Take
power
this!
of water! Mega Ray! Annihilation!
Take this! Try harder! Count it!
Radiant
Double
Pierce!
demon fang! Swallow blade!
Radiant Pierce!
Double demon
I'm
fang!
out of ammo. I'm ready!
Elusive deity!
Lightning! Downfall!
Resonate with the earth!
Double demon fang!
Radiant Pierce!
Double demon
Mega Ray!
fang!
Gemini Aqua!
Watch yourself.
Lightning!
I sense incredible power.
I'm out of ammo!
Jinna, come on! You have to hold on!
What?
The enemy's on the road!
Gonna
We've
attack!
got it right! Watch out!
No! It can't end here!
I let my guard down.
I'm not done yet!
Hey, didn't we find a recipe that...
Yeah, we can use this for it.
This realm doesn't seem like such a bad place to camp in.
Yeah, there's lots of...
Well, guess I'm off to bed. Well, off we go.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Finally made it.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zeugles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
A fish! You saw it.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes.
Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble.
I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod.
You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. Hup. I've got something. Ugh. 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 That was disappointing. Yeah. Oh, we've got a lively one. Ugh. 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 This fish is way bigger than I was expecting.
Stars above! That's gotta be a new record!
Now where might those fish be? I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Yeah! There we go. You've gotta know when to quit. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins.
Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey, though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought, after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Good night, everyone. I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, What you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danins in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danins in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance.
In a bind?
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf! Raging cascade!
Now I'm in the groove.
Sleep now! Get on in there with the others!
Try harder.
Take this.
Chinese
Good
power!
It's over.
Let's go! Raging cascade! Reflex!
Take this.
You're mine. Swallow blade. Swallow blade.
Reload! Dance in the wind!
Glacial
Seal!
Time to let it rip.
This'll come in handy!
Yeah. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. Rising Rider. It's over.
In a bind?
Here I come.
Do it! Frozen!
Hammer!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danin relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dan in history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. That treasure. What a sweet-sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
Over so soon? Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we've got this!
Far enough!
It's a duel of the arms!
Now you see what I can do!
Back into the fray!
Double demon! We got fire!
I've got this! These enemies aren't to me!
All yours!
Place here!
This one's mine!
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually,
never miss.
perhaps the sound is more appropriate.
Let's talk!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing
Swallow
arm!
Blade! Double Demon Fang!
Can't get out of
Quiver
this!
Dragon! Slash! Swallow Blade! Double Demon Fang! It's over?
Not in your dreams!
All good things come to an end!
Talon Storm!
I'll bring you back from death to this!
Talon Hurricane!
Eagle Fly! Now ready to go! Far enough!
Resuscitation! Raging Cascade!
Not done yet!
Eat this!
Double Demon Fang!
Hurricane!
Double Demon Fang! Not a chance! Lunar Rondo!
We're thinning them out!
More like me.
I'll admit I'm impressed. Very slightly. Raging
Here I come!
Now you see what I can do!
Needle Blade! Double Demon Fang!
Well, looky here.